Hey, welcome to this week's episode of Topical English Vocabulary with me, teacher Tiffany. In this episode, I'm going to teach you 5 new English vocabulary words related to history. Remember, in order for you to speak English fluently and with confidence, you have to have the right tools. So I am going to give you the tools you need to sound like a native English speaker about this topic of history. Remember, these episodes are brought to you by the Daily English Vocabulary email newsletter. This is a newsletter that I send out every day from Sunday to Friday to help you and thousands of other English learners around the world improve their English vocabulary, and you can too. So if you're not already receiving this free email newsletter, all you have to do is go to www.dailyenglishvocabulary.com. Now, my friend, are you ready? Well then, I'm teacher Tiffany. Let's jump right in. All right, we're gonna get started with our very first vocabulary word. Again, relating to history. The very first vocabulary word is colony. Excellent. Again, colony. Great job. Now, this term colony, it literally just refers to a territory controlled by a more powerful country. A territory controlled by a more powerful country. It's interesting. I just got back from vacation with my family, and during our trip, we went to this island, a very beautiful island. And the tour guide was showing us around the island, showing us the animals, showing us different sights. And while he was showing us around, he mentioned that in the past, the British had actually colonized their island. Again, a colony is a territory controlled by a more powerful country. They were colonized. They were now a colony, even though they were an island. Makes sense, right? Excellent. All right, so let's check out this first example sentence. Here we go. The British established colonies in North America. Next, the Roman Empire had many colonies throughout Europe and Africa. And finally, after gaining independence, the former colony became a sovereign nation. You got it? Again, the first vocabulary word we have related to history is colony. Very good. All right, let's move on now to our second vocabulary word related to the topic of history. Our second vocabulary word is dynasty. Excellent. Again, dynasty. Very good. Now, this term dynasty, it literally just refers to a series of rulers from the same family line. Dynasty, a series of rulers from the same family line. So maybe this is how things are done in your country or were done in the past. So I want you to imagine this. Imagine that I'm married and I have a child. My husband is the current king. Our child happens to be a son, and in our country, the son can become the next king. So I get older, my husband passes away, and then my son becomes king. Then my son gets married and has a child, and it happens to be another son. His son, after he dies, will become king. This is an example of a dynasty. Again, a series of rulers from the same family line. Makes sense? Excellent. All right, so let's check out the first example sentence. Here we go. The Ming Dynasty ruled China for over 200 years. Next, the pharaohs of Egypt belonged to different dynasties, different family lines. And number 3, some historians believe the current political party is establishing a political dynasty. You got it? Excellent. So once again, number 2 after me, dynasty. Great job. And number 1, do you remember? Yes, number 1 after me, colony. Excellent. All right, so let's move on now to number 3. Again, we're talking about vocabulary words related to the topic of history. Number 3 after me is monument. Excellent. Again, monument. Great job. Now, this term monument, it literally just refers to a large structure built to remember a person or event. A large structure built to remember a person or event. So in America, and again, being an African American woman, one very, very important figure in our history is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And I live in the Maryland, D.C. area. And in D.C., they have created a monument, built a monument to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Again, a large structure built to remember a person or an event. There's a monument dedicated to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. You got it? Excellent. All right, let's check out these example sentences. Here's the very first example sentence. The Statue of Liberty is a monument to freedom. Next, the pyramids are monuments to the engineering skill of the ancient Egyptians. And number 3, they built a war memorial as a monument to fallen soldiers. You got it? Excellent. All right. So again, number 3 after me, monument. Good. What was number 2 again? Excellent. Dynasty. Good. And number 1 again? Woo, good memory. After me, colony. Excellent. All right, so now let's move on to number 4, our 4th vocabulary word related to history. After me, it's revolution. Good. Again, revolution. Excellent. All right, this term revolution, it literally just refers to a significant change in society or government. A significant change in society or government. So we're going to read the very first example sentence, and then I'll go into more detail relating to the meaning. Here's the first example sentence. The French Revolution led to the overthrow of the monarchy. The French Revolution led to the overthrow of the monarchy. Remember, the term revolution refers to a significant change. So the revolution was like, listen, we don't like the monarchy right now. We want a change. Something needs to happen. Something needs to be different. Again, revolution refers to a significant change in society or government. You got it? Excellent. All right, let's check out the second example sentence. Here we go. The Industrial Revolution, changed the way people lived and worked. One more time, just for you. The Industrial Revolution changed the way people lived and worked. Next, the invention of the internet sparked a revolution in communication. You got it? Excellent. So once again, number 4, our 4th vocabulary word about history. After me, revolution. Good job. Number 3, yes, monument. Excellent. Number 2, dynasty. Excellent. And number 1, colony. Excellent. All right. Now let's move on to our fifth vocabulary word related to history. After me, the word is treaty. Good. Again, I'll say it slower this time. Treaty. Great job. One last time at a faster pace. Treaty. Excellent. All right. This term treaty, it literally just refers to a formal agreement between countries. Again, a formal agreement between countries. I want you to imagine a situation. Maybe two countries are trying to do business with each other. They're trying to trade certain goods. So they decide to come together and they form an agreement. Hey, this is what we're going to do. We both agree this is a great decision. This is what we call a treaty, a formal agreement between countries. Now, I want us to check out this first example sentence. Here we go. The Treaty of Versailles ended World War I. Next, our second example sentence, we have this. The countries signed a peace treaty to end the conflict. And finally, international treaties help to maintain order and cooperation between nations. You got it? Excellent. So, once again, number 5 after me. Treaty. Good. Number 4. Revolution. Good. Number 3. Monument. Number 2, dynasty. And number 1, colony. Excellent. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to read a paragraph. I'm going to read this paragraph to you, and this paragraph includes each of the 5 words we just went over. This paragraph includes the 5 words, and also I want you to keep in mind these words are connected to our topic for today, history. Listen closely as I read this paragraph. Listen for the words. Here we go. The rise and fall of empires is a constant theme in history. The Roman Empire, for example, once dominated a vast territory. They solidified their control with treaties, ensuring loyalty from conquered lands. However, centuries of internal struggles, including the rise and fall of different dynasties vying for power, eventually led to a revolution. Even after the empire's decline, its influence remained. The Colosseum, a towering monument to gladiatorial combat, stands as a testament to their greatness. Meanwhile, some former Roman colonies, empowered by the revolution, eventually grew into powerful nations themselves, forever altering the political landscape. This paragraph includes each of the words that you learned today related to history. We had treaties, we had dynasties, we had revolution, monument, colonies, and revolution even a second time. This is an example of how you learn vocabulary related to a topic. I really hope you enjoyed this week and this day's lesson. Topical English vocabulary about history. Remember, each and every week I'll come to you here to help you understand, but I want to be in your inbox each and every day. Go to dailyenglishvocabulary.com. Once again, www.dailyenglishvocabulary.com, and get your free email each and every day with new vocabulary words. I'm Teacher Tiffany, and I'll talk to you in the next lesson.